Greetings, fellow Whovians. Well, hope you're having a good week so far. So, let's continue our look at the Fifth Doctor era with Kinda. An Earth colonization survey expedition to the beautiful jungle planet Devaloka is being depleted as members of the survey disappear one by one. Well, that's not good. 4 have gone, leaving the remainder somewhat apprehensive. Sanders relies on bombast and rules, while Hindle, his deputy, is close to breaking point. Only Todd, the scientific officer, seems to deal with the situation with equanimity, whatever that means. She does not see the native people, the Kinda, as a threat, but rather respects their culture and is intrigued by their power of telepathy. The social structure is also curious in that women seem dominant and are the only ones with the power of voice. Woo, female power! The humans are holding 2 silent males hostage for observation. Todd believes they are more advanced than they first appear, as they possess necklaces representative of the double helix of DNA, indicating a more advanced civilization. Elsewhere in the jungle, the TARDIS crew are also under stress, especially Nyssa, who has collapsed from exhaustion. The Fifth Doctor constructs a delta wave augmenter to enable her to rest in the TARDIS, while he and Adric venture deeper into the jungle. They soon find an automated total survival suit, TSS, system, which activates and marches them to the dome, the colonist base. Sanders is a welcoming but gruff presence, further undermining Hindle at regular intervals. Sanders decides to venture into the jungle in the TSS, leaving the highly strung Hindle in charge. His will is enforced by means of the 2 Kinda hostages, who have forged a telepathic link with him, believing their souls to have been captured in his mirror. The Doctor, Todd, and Adric are arrested as Hindle now evinces megalomania. Oh, that's not good. Tegan faces a more metaphysical crisis. She's fallen asleep near the euphonious and soporific wind chimes, unaware of the danger of the dreaming of an unshared mind, one not engaged in telepathy with another humanoid. Her mind opens in a void, where she undergoes provocation and terror from a series of nightmarish characters, one of which taunts her, "You will agree to being me, sooner or later, this side of madness or the other." The specters are a manifestation of the Mara, an evil being of the subconscious that longs for corporeal reality. Mentally tortured, she eventually agrees to become the Mara, and the snake symbol passes to her arm. When the mind returns to her body, she is possessed by the Mara. Oh, that's not good. She passes the snake symbol to the first Kinda she finds, a young man named Eris, who is the brother of one of the Kinda in the dome. He too is transformed by evil and now finds the power of voice. Well, great, Tegan, look what you did. This is why I really don't like her. Back in the dome, Hindle has conceived a bizarre and immolatory plan to destroy the jungle, which he views as a threat. Adric plays along with this delusion, but Hindle's world starts to fall apart when first Adric betrays him, and then Sanders defies expectation and returns from the jungle. Sanders is radically different from the Martinet in earlier episodes. Panna, an aged female mystic of the tribe, presented him with a strange wooden box, the Box of Johanna, which, when opened, cleared his mind and left him a more contented and enlightened person. When Hindle continues to claim authority over the dome, Sanders plays along with the deputy's megalomania. As you like, you know best. He still has the box and shows it to Hindle, who makes the Doctor open it. The Doctor and Todd see beyond the toy inside and share a vision from Panna and her young ward, Karuna, who invites them to a cave. The shock of the situation, accompanied by strange phenomena, allowed the Doctor and Todd to slip away into the jungle, where they encounter Eris dominating a group of Kinda and seemingly fulfilling a tribal prophecy that, quote, "When the not we come, one will arise from among we, a male with voice who must be obeyed." Karuna soon finds the Doctor and Todd and takes them to meet Panna in the cave from the vision, with the wise woman realizing the danger of the situation now Eris has voice. She places them in a trance-like state and reveals that the Mara have gained dominion over Devaloka. The great wheel, which turns as civilizations rise and fall, has turned again, and the hour is near when chaos will reign, instigated by the Mara. The vision she shares is Pana's last act. When it is finished, she is dead. Aww. In the Kinda world, multiple fathers are shared by children, just as multiple memories are held, and upon his death, her life experience transfers to Karuna. She urges Todd and the Doctor to return to the dome to prevent Eris leading an attack on it, which will increase the chaos and hasten the collapse of Kinda civilization. At the dome, Hindle, Sanders, and Adric remain in a state of unreality, with the former becoming ever more demented, unbalanced, and infantile. Sanders continues to humor him, even to the point of talking Adric out of an initial escape attempt. Adric does eventually escape, however, and attempts to pilot the TSS, but is soon confronted by Eris and the Kinda. He panics that Eris is wounded by the machine, which responds to the mental impulses of the operator, and the Kinda scatter. Hooray, I guess? The Doctor and Todd find emotionally wrecked and sleeping Tegan near the wind chimes and conclude that she was the path of the Mara back into this world. They find Adric and the party heads back to the dome, where Hindle has now completed the laying of explosives, which will incinerate the jungle and the dome, the ultimate self-defense. Hindle is tricked into opening the box of Johanna, and the visions therein restore his mental balance, as with Sanders. The two enslaved Kinda are freed when the mirror entrapping them is shattered. Yay! The Doctor then devises the only method of combating the Mara, since evil cannot face itself. He organizes the construction of a large circle of mirrors, actually reflective solar panels, in a jungle clearing. Eris is trapped within it, and the snake on his arm breaks free, whereupon he is pulled from the circle. The Mara swells to giant proportions, but then is banished back from the corporeal world to the dark places of the inside. Yay! With the threat of the Mara dissipated and the personnel of the dome back to more balanced selves, the Doctor, Adric, and an exhausted Tegan decide to leave, as does Todd, who decides it's all a bit green. When they reach the TARDIS, Nyssa greets them, fully recovered. Well, that's good, I guess. Anyway, let's look at some production elements here, as well as themes and analysis. The working title for the story was The Kinda. This is the first story Eric Saward oversaw as script editor, though Castrovalva was broadcast earlier. Nyssa makes only brief appearances at the start of episode 1 and at the end of 4, because the script had largely been developed at a time when only 2 companions for the Doctor were envisioned. When it was known a third companion would also be present, rather than write Nyssa into the storyline, it was decided she would remain in the TARDIS throughout and be absent through most of the narrative. To account for this absence, Nyssa was scripted to collapse at the end of the previous story, Forward to Doomsday. In this story, she remains in the TARDIS, resting. Sarah said his contract was amended to account for this 2-episode absence. This serial was examined closely in the 1983 Media Studies volume, Doctor Who, The Unfolding Text, by John Tulloch and Manuel Alvarado. This was the first major scholarly work dedicated to Doctor Who. Tulloch and Alvarado would compare Kinda with Ursula K. Le Guin's 1976 novel, The Word for World is Forest, which shares several themes with Kinda and may have been a template for its story. The Unfolding Text also examines the way Kinda incorporates Buddhist and Christian symbols and themes, as well as elements for the writings of Carl Jung. Interesting. So overall, this is a pretty unique story, and, well, it's actually kind of a little more serious story, but, hey, that's just my humble opinion. So, overall, I give Kinda 3 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, join me next week as we take a look at The Visitation. So, until then, this is Hooping Queen saying, oh my giddy aunt, when I say run, run! I've ever severity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo! Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.